He's no hero out of books, but I love him. I don't know why I should, 'cause he isn't good, he isn't true, he beats me too. What can I do? Oh, my man, I love him so.
Het is een traditie dat het erfgoed van de zwarte Amerikaanse muziekcultuur vooral in Europa op waarde wordt geschat. Veel artiesten uit de glorietijd van de soul hebben bij gebrek aan erkenning in eigen land lang geleden het bijltje erbij neergelegd. Zowel Bettye LaVette als Terry Callier vonden recentelijk in Europa de bewondering die zij in Amerika ontberen. Beiden hebben hierdoor een nieuwe kans gekregen. Bettye LaVette geldt als een van de meest imponerende stemmen in de soul. In de jaren 60 had ze hits, maar daarna verdween ze uit het zicht. Dankzij de inzet van enkele fanatici was zij inmiddels over de 50 2 maanden geleden in Utrecht om een live cd op te nemen.
I'm not a music enthusiast at all. I just like other things. That isn't what I like for entertainment. Music just isn't what I do on my free time. If you see me practicing or learning a song, it's because I've got a gig. But I don't just up and say, oh, I want to go and learn this song or I want to practice. Music just really is not what I do in my spare time. And all of my friends, none of my friends are singers. I don't particularly like people who act like me. For my own personal use. I like more subdued people and people who aren't right on the edge of insanity. And when I'm around entertainers, I feel as crazy as I am. So I like to be around people who have jobs, who are stable, and it gives me a sense of steadiness. The only thing that I really regret in this entire 30 years is the loss of time. And that's so, this show business is a youthful business. I don't care whether, and especially when you sing and perform the way I do, I'm not a sit-on-the-stool singer. And I really need my energy. I need a lot of that energy that was wasted. You know, I would never like to be young again, but I'd like to have the energy of a 25-year-old just to do, because I do a 25-year-old show. It's always the same. You say that you'll change. Somehow you never do. Now I believe all your lies. When I look in your eyes, you make them all seem true. I guess I see what I want to see. But is my heart deceiving me? 'Cause with that look I know so well, I fall completely under your spell. Damn your eyes for taking my breath away, for making me wanna stay. Damn your eyes for getting my hopes up high, for making me fall in love again. Damn your eyes. Someone was telling me once, and I took it as quite a compliment because most people don't see it. There is no gospel in my voice. You just assume it's gospel because it's black, but it's strictly blue. It's strictly blue. It's strictly bar, cigarettes, dingy joints. You know, it's strictly that, and that's where it came from. And my sound was so different from Motown's. In fact, when I did the Motown album, my producer was just such a Motown fan. He really wanted it to work, and he wanted me to adapt to what had heretofore been Motown, or the Motown sound. And they cut all of my endings off. He didn't want me to ride the tune out to the end. Whenever I might holler in the middle of a tune, he'd say, well, let's do that over and take it down a little bit. And was a strain. It was like doing a real job. You keep deliberately deceiving me, making me see what I want to see. Damn your eyes for taking my breath away, for making me wanna stay. Damn your eyes for making me fall in love again. Damn, damn. Damn your eyes.
You are regarded now as a kind of Southern soul singer. Does that bother you, or?
I don't think I'm
Do you see
regarded
this
as a Southern
compliment?
soul singer. I'm regarded as a soul singer.
Uh-huh.
And that did bother me for a very long time. When Motown got really big and Dionne Warwick got really big, and before Aretha, then I wanted to be a pop singer. I wanted to sound more pop. I hated my voice. It was so deep and gravelly, and at the time I only knew how to holler. I didn't know how to phrase or take my time with the song. But now I tell people readily, I'm a rhythm and blues singer, I usually say. If they don't understand it, then I'll say I'm a soul singer. But I say that I'm a rhythm and blues singer, and I can apply that rhythm and blues voice now to anything. He's my man, he's my man. And he always treats me right. Never runs the streets, leaving me at home alone. He knows his place is right here at home. He's my man. He's a mellow man. People gon' talk, try to break up your home. They'll try to tell you that you're the one that's wrong. My man was smart, he wouldn't go for that. He said, come here, baby, let me show you where it's at. He's my man. I guess My Man came out in August of '62.
And you were 16 at the time?
Yes. And that Christmas, I went on tour with Clyde McPhatter, Barbara Lynn, and Otis Redding and Benny King were in and out of the tour. Like they would do 3 or 4 days with us and then go somewhere else and come back. So those were the very first people that I met. And I was just like anyone else in the audience. I was just hanging around their dressing rooms and staring at them. Well, not at Otis. I mean, Otis and I were staring at them together because it was his first record, and he was very new to his first time he had ever been out of Georgia. And so we were both just enamored of, like, Benny King. And Barbara Lynn had, the first time she had been away from Texas. She had her mother with her, and her mother was, it was, none of you can go out. It's past midnight. You're finished with the show. She was... And I had come to be grown, you know. I hadn't come on the road to be a kid. I had come on the road to be grown. So she was kind of hampering my adulthood. The fire that burns deep down in me, pain sure is pain, and it aches constantly, but that's love. It's a real true thing. The joy in your heart seems so unreal, but that's love. It's a real true thing. Sure, it's hard to believe. It hurts to be in love. If you've seen the tears fall from my eyes, Lord, you gotta be in love. love to know the reason why, the joy of the thing. All of us feel I'm aware of the things that makes this love so real. Although your arms are holding me so tight, this thing that we feel, it just don't seem right. But that's love. It's the real true thing. Said it's hard to believe, it hurts to be in love. Said it's hard to believe, it hurts to be in love. Oh, it's hard to believe, Lord, it hurts to be in dooby-doo, dooby-doo, doo-ah. It just hasn't been the normal career. The normal things haven't happened. I haven't been beaten by a guy or held captive or strung out on drugs or went back to church, or none of that's happened to me. So it's been weird. It's been bizarre. I mean, okay, my very first manager, he came to New York to negotiate the deal with Mary Wells, for Mary Wells, when she left Motown. He was shot while in New York by Mary Wells' husband. I have no manager. That makes my whole deal fall apart with Atlantic and everything. So everybody tells me, go and get a release from your contract. So I go to New York, where I'd never been, never met any of these people, tell Jerry Wexler, I want a release from my contract. And he says, well, we're going to do some other things with you. He said, we've got a new producer, Burt Bacharach, and he's going to do these, he's going to be working with you. I never heard of no Burt Bacharach. I want a release from my contract. Now, everybody in Detroit has told me, go and get a release, do something else. Get a release and do what? I didn't know anything else to do. So it's been a series of misadventures, like the shooting of my manager, and then stupidness, just stupidity on my part and on the part of a lot of people who've handled me. But nothing tragic, but it's so tragic in terms of the time I've lost and things I needed to learn that I wasn't being taught, you know. When I went with the people with Let Me Down Easy, this was a gang of money. No one knew what to do with it. So they just said, what do you want to do? And all I could think of was silly things. I mean, I was 18 or 19. They said, what television show do you want to do? I said, Shindig. I could have done Ed Sullivan, and nobody there had the sense to tell me that. And I was a kid. I wanted to do what kids were doing. Let me down easy. When you pass by me, I never thought we'd have to part. Now you're trying to tell me it's all over. All we gotta do is say goodbye. Daddy, Daddy, please, let me down easy. Let me down easy. Let me down easy. Let me down easy, please. All the first things that Europeans have known about me was Let Me Down Easy, and then they went back and found out the other things. They knew about Let Me Down Easy and went back and found out about My Man.
What makes the song so special, do you think?
Well, the song now is special because to me, it wasn't always special to me. It was just a song I liked. But now, as I said, it saved my life. So now it's, It's like when Bob Hope used to walk on stage and they'd play Thanks for the Memories. It's my mantra, it's my theme song now. And I can get into it at any time because it's, you know, it was written, it's the melody is the funeral dirge. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. So it's easy to get into and get sad with it, you know, and the moment I do that, then I can make the audience sad and we're all standing there crying. Oh, 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 oh. Let me down easy when you pass by me. Say hello once in a while. When you pass by me, baby, baby, does it hurt so much to smile? We promised that we'd still be friends till the very end. Oh, oh, yeah. Calling you, Daddy, Daddy, please let me down easy.
Don't you prefer to work with the new producers like Babyface, for instance? Or
No, I don't like to do anything with children. Really, but play with them. That's it. I really don't like to do. I would certainly, if Babyface was willing to do an album on me at this point, I could not refuse. But it wouldn't be my druthers if they said Babyface or Quincy Jones. I'd say Quincy Jones. I mean, he's a kid. I mean, I'm a grown woman. I have a kid his age. I have a grandchild almost his age. We couldn't do anything in or out of bed but play. Let me down easy, please. Please. Oh, Daddy, please. 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 Kind of like after you make love, it's that kind of exhaustion, you know, it's like spent. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Oh.